TF for the family. Hell as you saying, I am the man, I go super saiyan when I'm on the beat. Piles of sand, buckets and pans, I get to the bands when I'm in the streets. Wear hands on feet, unique. My stick, a new technique. Don't fuck with internet beef. Bitches me, and I beef. Hell as you saying, I am the man, I go super saiyan when I'm on the beat. Piles of sand, buckets and pans, I get to the bands when I'm in the streets.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Herbsurdity Podcast. They call me Herb, and not with me to my left, but across the table today.
This is weird. I wasn't on this is weird. Why am I doing this, Herb?
This is the Herbsurdity Podcast with Alex and Herb, featuring just Alex.
This is weird. I don't like it. Go ahead.
So for those who don't understand what's going on today, I got to do it without a co-host. I'm looking for a guest host. I need to find somebody who can step in when one of us is not available. I had some possibilities. I got a friend over at Cloud Gods Podcast that is willing to do it if we can ever work our scheduling out right. But I needed to interview just Alex for y'all. I feel like there's two parts of the show, right? And we don't really know as much as we should about just Alex as we should. I feel like we need to know more. I feel like we discussed the blog, right?
Kind of, yeah.
We discussed your urge for writing.
Sure, yeah.
Right.
A little bit.
We discussed the fact that you're very particular about your name, but not the real why. Because everybody says like, oh, it just happens so often. But there was a first time that bothered you. There's always a straw that broke the camel's back. You ready to get into that as early? You know what it is already?
Oh, I mean, I had a recent time where it bothered me because Alex and Isaac are nothing alike, but yet somehow I still get called Isaac.
Isaac. That don't even start the same letter.
I'm aware. There's way more letters.
Yeah.
Isaac.
What?
I mean, I guess it's the beard or the hair. Because I got like an old black man look, because that's what it sounds like. Isaac?
No, it ain't Ezekiah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Abraham?
Yeah.
Which I also got called Abraham by the same person who called me Isaac. He has a lot of biblical names in his repertoire.
Man, if he hit you with the Shamrock, Meshach, and Abednego, boy, it's time to go.
I'm waiting for him to call me Herschel from The Walking Dead, which I would appreciate. I'd take Herschel because I kind of look like Herschel.
Hold up. That gets me into my question earlier. So, I forgot to tell you, the audience, something very important. So, because I don't have just Alex to my left as normal, what I do have is a bottle of water. See, right? And this bottle of water is going to sober me up just enough to have me ask a just Alex type question. So the thought behind this scientific experiment is if there's Orange Jubilee here, and then there's good old H2O right here. Right. I can balance them out. So here activates my powers, right? And here brings me back down to a normal, acceptable level of thought-provoking conversation.
Okay.
Right? And then, I probably should have a sip of it right now because I was about to say something ridiculous. So. I feel a little bit better now. All right, yeah. So I think it'll work. I think it's like when Thor got to wear like that strength restrictor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't
break the planet when he be throwing hands.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I don't like the implication that I'm just water, but I get it.
No.
Because my name is just Alex, so
water is refreshing. It's necessary. It keeps you alive. I can't live without water. For those who don't know me outside the podcast, I drink two things regularly. Say three. So every morning I have me a Monster, right? And then if I'm going to drink something else, it's going to be Orange Jubilee or water. That's it. Like I don't really have anything else going on in my beverage sphere right now in life. Like I'm open to other beverages, just not routinely. If it's going to be routine, I'll drink me about 5 gallons of water and how much of a Jubilee it take to get me through whatever I'm going through. So,
I mean, there's a future guest that I want to get on. I don't want to give a promotion just in case we don't get it, but there's a guest that might put you on to something new, might change your life.
That's all right.
Yeah. We'll see. That's in the future, though.
Now,
ask your question.
Yeah. I had my water, right, and then So we're gonna hit you with a just Alex type question. When did you first know that you wanted to be a writer?
It was probably reading. I don't know which comic it was. I'm going to say probably either Civil War or actually, take that back. It was probably Scott Snyder's Batman. Ironically, I'm a Superman fan. But it was something about the way that he wrote Batman that was real. I could see it. You know, it's like on the page, but I could see it. I could see it as a movie. I could see it as a TV show. I could see it in front of me. It made Batman real to me, and I just wanted to I wanted to do something like that.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Make them more relatable.
Yeah, tangible. You know what I mean? Like you could. This is a real person now. Bruce Wayne is real. You know what I mean? Versus just this fictional character. You know, unstoppable willpower type dude. You know, he cared about his city. The city also was like a living thing, and it grounded it in something. I just was like, that's dope writing.
Yeah, because I had a conversation about Batman literally just yesterday. It's like the Joaquin Phoenix version of Joker, like that version of Joker, and Batman are like literally the same thing.
Yeah.
The only difference is one has money and like the other one don't, because they both dealing with mental trauma.
Yeah.
But one has money to help it.
The
other one doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only difference between the two of them.
Like Batman is literally his therapy is just whipping people's ass.
Yeah.
Like just taking all his frustrations out.
It's not healthy
at all.
It's like, no, you didn't kill him, Batman, but you shot him 7 times.
You maimed him.
Broke their spine. They can't walk forever.
Yeah.
You know, he eating through a straw.
His elbow is sticking out.
He need help breathing.
Yeah. You have a permanent limp now.
Somebody say
for
it's way worse.
jaywalking.
I know, for jaywalking. Man, littered. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no feet. Like, it's crazy. Grappling hook.
He won't do it again.
Yeah, right. This will be the last time you ever walk. You're like, all right.
Damn, Batman. I won't do it ever. We're going to Metropolis immediately.
Yeah, I know, right? All Superman gonna do is pick me up and place me in police custody.
Yeah, real gently. He just dropped me into the police arms.
I'd be like, oh, thank God it's not Batman. I can see my family later in
Superman
visitation.
was like talking to me and stuff. He was chastising me for doing crime, but he was real nice about it.
He was like, is there something we can do for you at home that you got to come out here and rob this bank?
He tried to give me a job.
Oh man. I'm sorry. I didn't choke on it.
Like, he really was out here trying to save me. He's like, you don't got to do this. You don't have to do this.
He was just like, we can get you a therapist. We work through this. I know some people at the clinic.
I mean, yeah. Superman was the original Captain Sable. Like, literally.
Yeah. I mean, with the extra cape.
Yeah.
Now, all right, I got another one.
Yeah.
So going in a true vein of just Alex question formatting, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask one reasonable question. Then I'm going to ask a second reasonable question. All right.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to drink some Jubilee, and Herb's going to interrupt me, right?
Okay.
And then he's going to ask a 2-part question. Okay. And then
we can get to that second part.
We might not.
Because I'm not here to interrupt you.
We might. It depends on if I drink water or not. We're going to see.
Right.
And then we'll see what you would do. And then after that, I have to drink the water again so we can get a just Alex classic ranking question, right? We got to get into the top 5s, top 4s, top 3s, like the important business.
All right.
Right. I live for those.
I'm
right?
down for that.
All right. So my second very serious just Alex question is, right? What writer inspired you the least? We've all read, right? We all have people we enjoy reading, but who's someone that you read their writing and said, this is exactly how I don't want to write? You need to know who set that bad precedent for you.
All right. So I have to say this, that like, it's the same person who also kind of inspired me a little bit too in the same way.
Oh.
But his work is downgraded. Frank Miller.
Ooh.
Because The Dark Knight, Returns is obviously fantastic.
Yeah.
But as he's gotten older, he still kind of writes in that same gritty, hard-boiled detective fashion.
Never evolved.
No. And like he wrote, like recently wrote Superman Year One, so it's in the same universe as this Batman. But he writes Superman's inner thoughts, but he sounds like Batman.
No,
Yeah.
that's not okay.
Not at all. And like it was weird because it was just real. Superman is like, it's still inspiring and hopeful, but his inner voice is Batman. So it's kind of like, I can't describe it. You have to see it. It's just real tough and gritty. Like Superman's power is also, he has like strong willpower too, right?
Yeah.
But he doesn't really say it as much. But the whole time you just hear Superman just saying, push through it. You got to be tougher than them. And it was just like, you ever heard Superman?
No, that doesn't sound like anything Superman would say.
Right. But you also ever hear Superman call somebody Johnny Boy?
No, what?
Yeah, because Frank Miller writes, like, he calls characters Johnny Boy.
That's unnecessary.
Yeah.
This is not the 40s. Like,
Yeah.
I guess it's supposed to be in the 40s. Is that the issue?
That's Frank Miller's thing, though.
Man,
because that's how he wrote The Dark Knight. Like Batman was calling people Johnny Boy, and
he got Superman with a with stubble, don't he? He got like 5 o'clock shadow on that joint.
No, because John Romita Jr. drew it, so it's
nice.
okay. It's okay. You know what I mean?
I just feel like every Frank Miller character got stubble.
Nah. Batman had a little stubble, I think.
Yeah, it's like the only time Batman ever didn't have a clean shaven face is
I'm okay with that.
The older he just got a beard now. Like he just gave up on take care of himself.
Yeah.
I feel like you take the mask off and you see that same dirty beard, you gonna know it's Batman.
At some point, though, I felt like he stopped taking the mask off. He was just Batman.
Oh yeah, it was when Bruce Wayne died.
Yeah.
He gave up on him.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. When the world went to hell, like there's really no reason to keep being Bruce Wayne. Like Bruce Wayne failed.
For what? Yeah.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the point in time where Superman no longer needs Clark Kent.
Well, yes. Okay, so the comics now, which is kind of moot because it changes all the time. By the time this episode comes out, they'll reboot it. But but he recently, confirmed his identity to people. Michael Brian Bendis, also a writer who's I'm iffy on. He's very exposition heavy.
Oh yeah, like 4 pages of text. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the story moved, but you're like, did it? They just talked the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I didn't come to a comic book for action. This was a novel. This would be great. But you know what I mean? But yeah, he introduced his public identity to the world.
Was it like when Iron Man did it? When he was just like a
Kinda.
press conference? Like,
Yeah, like
I
Superman.
was lying.
Yeah.
Look at me with the helmet off. It's crazy.
But here's the thing, though. In his defense of it, he was saying, I can't be about true justice not the American way so much anymore because we don't talk about it like that.
Yeah.
But truth and justice, if I'm out here saying, if I'm hiding my identity, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, because lying to the public.
Yeah. So he's holding something back.
That's very Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just honesty to a T.
Yeah.
I didn't read it right. So was it literally the type of reveal where he just stood there as Clark Kent? They're like, what's this all about, Clark? And he took the glasses off and he was like, Superman, when'd you get here?
No. Well, he did that to Jimmy. He just literally just like, hey, Jimmy.
And he was like,
yeah. He was like, Jimmy was like mock offended, and he was like, I knew all the time. But he didn't really know all the time. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I
he
mean?
had to lie about knowing.
Yeah.
Like, you never fooled me for a second.
Yeah, because that's Jimmy Olsen, Then Perry fired him and then hired him again. You know what I'm saying?
Mad.
Yeah. It was like legal reasons too. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, well, shit, I can't have nobody else get you, so I'm going to hire you back.
I'm disappointed that Jimmy Olsen didn't have the same popularity as Archie. Because I feel like Archie was literally designed after Jimmy Olsen, right? Like he's clearly a Jimmy Olsen parody.
Sure.
As a superhero sidekick, right?
Right.
And like they try to do Jimmy Olsen doing his own thing when superheroes started to go, out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Archie was just way more successful, and I want to know what happened there.
Because he was sold as Superman's pal. He never was his own person. Archie was his own person with his whole own universe. You know what I mean? That matters. Branding matters, man.
It does, because like apparently in Archie's world, like the superheroes are still there.
Yeah.
They just nothing ever goes down in Riverdale. That's big enough for one of the heroes to show up. It's just Archie pops.
The only one that shows up now is the Hood. They're Punisher-like type dude.
And Archie still?
Yeah, like even in the show, he was like just shooting up and shooting people
For what?
because he could.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's too much.
and there's like, I never read it. I wanted to, but there was a book that came out maybe 3-4 years ago where it was like super gritty and dark, and it's like, oh, this is in the same universe as Archie.
Yeah, man. Because I mean, the original comic is pretty gritty. Like the Fly is the original hero, and he had a gun and like a blaster or whatever, and like Archie was needing to get saved, but then Archie like wired a bomb before, like so like it's weird to see him act like he's struggling in math class, and I was just like, but Archie, you know like explosives and chemistry and like you know the physics of jet planes, like what you talking about you struggling in like algebra 1. Get out of here, bro.
I mean, well, they had to make them kind of relatable.
Yeah. So, like, there's nothing relatable to everyone. Because it's some people, yes.
Yeah.
But to everybody else, just like every time a girl with a different hair color come up, you got a new girlfriend. That's not. No. Ain't no four-way love triangles. That's too many parts.
Yeah.
Triangles only got 3 parts. Yeah. It's 4 ways with Archie.
People are also too possessive nowadays. That's not flying.
Yeah, man.
That's not flying.
And then they all get their own comic too. But I digress.
That's pretty dope. But yeah,
I spent all day talking about Archie. Hold on. Let me charge up real quick. All right.
You good now?
Yeah. All right. I'm ready. So the first part of the question is this: you're a Superman fan.
Yeah.
Right. That's your guy. That's your ace, right?
Yeah.
Is just Alex Superman, or is that Clark Kent? Is there's Alex and it's just Alex, right? Which one is your true self, right? And which one is your identity you put on for the public?
I mean, in terms of this, I guess, or with the podcast and just stuff, I guess just Alex is probably Superman. Even though I don't think I'm that different.
So if just Alex is Superman, you're saying this is your true self, and the face you put on for the public outside of the podcast is what you want them to think of you.
Yeah, but here's my thing with Superman, though. Superman doesn't have the same struggles Batman has, right, with his identity. Like, I think for Superman, he is Clark and Superman still. Whether he revealed his identity or not, I think he's both people equally. So I don't know. I've never thought of a separation when we started doing this show, in terms of a public persona.
So I'm going to recap now. I'll make sure I get everything organized.
Okay.
So both Clark Kent and Superman are one and the same.
Yeah.
Right? There is no differential in personality between the two.
They are different, but Clark Kent is definitely an act. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't consider myself being, when we're not recording, I'm not acting. You know what I mean? This is not an act either. I'm genuinely curious and genuinely curious.
You know what? No, that's a good point you make, because he was Clark Kent longer than he was Superman.
Yeah.
I always thought about him being Superman first and Clark Kent second, but now I think about it, man, I honestly think he's never not either. He can't choose between the two.
He was raised as Clark Kent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Superman is his way to save people. Superman is his way to inspire people. Because he was given gifts. Well, not given gifts, but he was born different.
Would you say you were born with a gift, Alex? Were you born with a gift for journalism?
I wouldn't say journalism, but I would say to inspire people. I would say to see people as their potential. You know what I mean? Like, that's part of the reason why we did this show, was to shine a spotlight on people. The journalism side just comes from me being curious.
And tell the public, how shy were you of the spotlight yourself?
I mean, I'm not really comfortable doing this. If you ever watch the show, I don't really look at the cameras a whole lot. Right. I try to focus on the guest of what we're doing. So I'm not here for the fame per se. It's nice. But I'm literally just curious, man. I'll take the money, though. I mean,
but I ain't never strayed away from no money.
Right? Yeah.
I ain't never had enough. I ain't never seen enough. Anybody tells me that the money just doesn't matter, and I go, Okay. I mean, you said it because you got it. Like, nobody's ever said that without it.
Yeah.
You don't see people outside with no money talking about some, man, if only I could just get rid of all this nothing I have.
Yeah.
Be wonderful for me.
Yeah, no, if I was broke and if I was rich and nobody knew me, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah.
I co-sign to that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would definitely take that reality.
But
But
I'd say even better. Like, the more money I have, the less I want people to know.
Yeah,
who I am,
exactly.
actually. Yeah. I don't need nobody knocking on my door being like, you remember the $5 second grade?
Nope.
You don't remember that?
Mm-mm.
You got the Two-Face action figure from me. You say you was gonna hand me that 5. I never got the 5.
Man.
Well, I'd be like, man, I don't even have that joint no more.
Yeah.
That's instantly.
You should have got it back way back then. He's about third grade.
Holla at me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Oh, wait. No. Gotta get the second part. Second part, everybody. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it today.
I was saying, I'm not interrupting you.
See, that's sneaky. You had to. I was trying to goat you into it, though. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go with my man into this. He gonna slip me out. I never get to the second part. For those who don't notice, the reason the second part happens sometimes and doesn't happen others is not intentional. I don't go out of my way to not do the second part.
We get to talking, man.
We do, and if I ever see like, oh, I guess it's not going to happen today. They're going to have to come back later. I'm going to get very excited.
No,
to
look,
think about audience going to come back later, man.
Somebody asked me, it was like, hey, was there ever a second part to that question, or I did the episode just cut off? And I felt so bad. I was like, no, we just never got to
We
it.
never
buddy.
got to it.
I was like, so we got to get back to these questions.
I feel bad because I always have them.
Yeah.
They exist.
No, I believe you. We just never got back to it. We just never did. The conversation was good.
I should start having a third part that I don't actually make up in my mind, and then really people cliffhanging forever. They be like, what? What was you talking about? I was like, it was gonna be crazy, whatever it was, but I forgot now.
Yeah, just to fuck with people. Don't do
The
that.
camera off now. I forgot, bro.
Yeah.
No, all right, so second part for real.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you could write, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say an article, right? Because it ain't gotta be a whole full book.
Yeah.
If you could write an article about any person, fictional, non-fictional, and get into like the meat of their brain, right? Like this, a full-on. You get to interview them to figure out the why, like the who, what, when, where, how, and why of them and who they are, right? And then write an article about it. Let's say a full page article, like full page newspaper article. So it's like 500 words or less, right? That's nothing crazy.
I would probably say either Muhammad Ali
Okay.
or LeBron James.
Now, what attracts you to them as an interview potential?
Okay, so while my name is just Alex, I have a little bit of an ego, and
All right.
I'm drawn to people who have outsized egos. You know, whether they're flamboyant about it in Muhammad Ali's case, or a little more
You
understated.
I was about to say, you gonna say LeBron understated, but slap people if they miss a free throw. Or
I mean, well, the
something.
man has also called himself King James, so he's he's just not
he humble adjacent.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I mean, I also like Cam Newton or Conor McGregor. I like people who talk their shit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. And they usually back it up for the most part.
Yeah, that's
So-
true. There's a reason why we still talking about it. They got some
Yeah.
stats. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
So, but yeah, I just want to figure out why they had the audacity to feel that way about themselves, especially as black men in this world. Because, like, it's tough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's tough to get to that point of being like, I'm bulletproof.
Yeah.
You can't, whatever you say about me, just going to bounce off.
Muhammad Ali really had a battery in his back, man. That
Yeah.
was crazy.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So, like,
Couldn't tell him ain't nothing.
yeah, like what molded you, what shaped you to have that type of mental, fortitude?
We were talking about when I say we, like all day I've been saying we talked about yesterday. I'm talking about Serge.
Fan of the show, friend of the show.
Yeah, his real name Sergio, and we he's a cinephile, and we talk about the podcast from time to time, and just other wild subjects. Yesterday we had a conversation about Will Smith.
Yeah.
And whoever his publicist was and how good they were. Because my man's career, like, it just don't falter. You know what I'm saying? To quote Snoop Dogg, he just don't miss. Bro, even recently, it was, all right, so look.
Yo, he okay, so his movies get hyped,
Right.
but they bomb.
That's okay. They bomb for him. They don't bomb for the studio. They still make money.
Sure, probably.
Yeah,
Sure.
It's like we're comparing it to the major motion blockbusters he's had previously.
Yeah.
But it's because he keep playing the same character now. Like, he's super typecasted so that
What is Will Smith typecasted as?
Will Smith.
Right. Like,
yeah, he's just typecasted as Will Smith. He's all right, so I know everybody's seen The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the episode where Ben Vereen, his father, like I'm coming right back for you.
Yeah,
and he
never come
he
back.
don't.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And for those who don't know, that moment Will Smith cries and hugs Uncle Phil and he says, "Why don't he want me, man?" It was not scripted. It was supposed to just be him being like, "Oh, it's okay," or something like that, and like it didn't happen that way because Will Smith had actual experience that he was trying to dig from. Because when he first started Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he had never acted before, and you could tell because the first episode he's literally mouthing everyone else's lines while they're going.
Yeah.
And you know, he had to learn how to act while he was on the show, and he finally started coming into his own. You know, taking acting classes, and they were like, "Oh yeah, just try to pull from personal experience to something that made you sad." But the problem was that episode he had a similar issue with his father.
Yeah.
And so he broke character, and honestly, just was really feeling it and actually crying on camera. And they were just like, "Yo, can we keep it?" And he was like, "Yeah, go ahead. You know, yeah, it fits."
Probably
and
the most important scene in that show.
It is for anybody who ever had daddy issues. That's gonna stay with me for the rest of my life. So I feel like they take that emotional moment, right? So it's just like, all right, he's the black guy who does a little bit of action, a little bit of comedy, and he's gonna enter into that emotional state where he's trying to fight back tears. I don't even know if they write the script around that.
Yeah.
But like that's every role. It's like sometimes it don't fit. I'm like, yo, can we not just have an action movie with Will Smith where he plays a different type of action character?
No, you're wrong. He also plays an asshole.
When?
Deadshot, Hancock, Bad Boys, all assholes.
All right, hold on. Bad Boys is slightly different because he's like a womanizer or whatever, right?
Progressively becomes way more bad. It's like by 3, Bad Boys for Life. Oh, but by Bad Boys for Life, he's still an asshole, but he's an older asshole. So it's like he's kind of like the stuff has moved past him, but he can't let it go.
All right. Let's see. I need to see 3.
It's a good movie.
But when he's Deadshot, no, because he has the moment where he's trying to fight back the tears with the daughter.
I mean, well, yeah.
A little bit of action, a little bit of comedy.
But he also threatened to punch Harley in the face. She was making fun of his mask.
He also gets to play cocky a lot, which is nice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Ali.
Back to Independence Day. You know, we punching aliens in the face.
Yeah.
I forgot why he even starts. Oh, because of Ali. Yes, that's exactly why I started talking about it.
Yeah.
Oh, so all right. Yesterday we were talking about it because we were talking about. Sergio said he was not a fan. He was not a huge fan of Will Smith's portrayal of Ali, because he didn't feel comfortable with Will Smith trying to play Ali specifically. Not because he didn't like the script, not because he doesn't like Ali. He likes Ali, right?
Yeah.
Not because of the lighting or the camera motion or any of that. It's literally because he thought Will Smith was not fit for the role, because the way you see Will Smith in movies, the one thing he's never is the super tough guy. But he always saw Ali as one of the toughest guys there was.
You know what? I don't. Maybe just because I bought into the movie in general when it starts.
Right.
I didn't have a problem with Will as Ali. By the time that movie ends, I'm just like, I got goosebumps. The music is going. I'm into it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I've never had that problem with Will. I don't. Yeah, him not being super tough, I understand. Right. I get that part. But I've never I always also thought of Ali as way more of a flashy, flamboyant fighter, not necessarily a super tough guy. Yes, I mean, he took an ass whooping, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get that part. But it was always about the rope-a-dope, the feet shuffling. You know what I mean? I always thought about Ali in that way.
What Sergio was referencing was everything that happened to Ali outside the ring, right?
Ah.
And his ability to withstand, like, the public.
Yeah.
Right? And his persecution that he did have to experience.
Yeah.
And he thought, like, Will Smith, like, he's not that kind of guy to have withstood it the same way Ali did. Like, Ali stood in the face of adversity.
Yeah.
And spat at it, right?
Yeah.
Whereas Will Smith probably would have, like, the character portrayed. I don't know how Will Smith is in person. Let me say that out loud. I'm not trying to say nothing bad about you, Will. I enjoy you as an actor.
Yeah.
But the type of character that Will Smith usually plays, I would have seen him doing that thing where his eyes get real red and he's fighting back the tears of the adversity.
Yeah.
Right? Before he, like, walk away and just take it.
Yeah.
That's usually the kind of character he plays. And I think that's what Sergio was like. He was waiting for that. He was like, dang, he don't do that to Ali. And then, like, but they didn't. But it just wasn't believable from Will Smith because that's not what we see all the time.
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I'm trying to think of another movie where he's like that. So there may not be one.
No. Like, Pursuit of Happiness, you think, like, man getting kicked nonstop, and he just, he do that thing where he cry and he take it.
Yeah.
7 pounds. You know what I'm saying? He
I've never seen 7 pounds. That shit just looks sad from the beginning.
It is so sad. It's so sad.
I was like, I don't need recreational sadness.
Oh, it's sad. There's nothing not sad about it.
Yeah, it just looks sad. I don't like that.
And then it's one of those movies where, like, they try to make it heartwarming.
Yeah. Hitch, by the way, he doesn't cry in Hitch.
Does he not cry in Hitch?
I don't think he cries in Hitch.
You better make me go watch Hitch.
Yeah, I don't think he cries in Hitch. His face, like, breaks out.
Oh, yeah, with the shellfish. I remember that.
Yeah.
No, I gotta watch. Now I gotta think about it. Now.
I don't think he cries in Hitch.
He don't cry in the first Men in Black.
No, there was nothing to cry about.
No, but like number 2 and number 2, he
because I think Rosario Dawson left him. Well, she had to leave him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would have been upset too.
That wasn't Rosario Dawson.
Yeah, it was. It was definitely Rosario.
From the first movie?
No, 2.
Oh,
she
yeah. When she has to be an alien queen.
Yeah.
He make a little, and he put the sunglasses on. Yeah, to cover it up.
Yeah.
It's very Will Smith. Yeah, like it's almost like they were just like, all right, let's change the script so it's just more Will Smith in there.
I mean, what's hilarious though? Denzel makes the same face. That face where they start mumbling. Yeah, before they start crying.
the lip
quiver. Yeah.
Bottom lip go up underneath the top lip.
I mean,
and oh man, what's the name? How to Get Away with Murder. Offenses. Viola Davis, right? Oscar, what Viola Davis?
She ugly cry.
Yo, that ugly cry is so good because
that's
snot bubble. Yeah, snot bubble. That thing, boop. He's like, yo, I be waiting on it. I mean, when I saw Fences, I was just like, oh my god,
she get her Oscar.
Denzel and Viola Davis together, we about to see the cryingest cries ever. And then sure enough, there's that one moment where she cries so hard the snot bubble come out, and then he started getting the lip quiver because she crying because he messed up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He mad he made her hurt. And I was just watching the movie in the theater going, yeah. And like people were like, this is a sad moment. Shut up. I go, he was like, quiet. And I was just like, look, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I was waiting on that one moment. I bought a ticket to see that specifically, right? So I'm glad it happened. And all right. Kerry Washington also cries too much.
She does.
Oh man, this is my fault. Hold on, everybody. I gotta take an intermission. My car stopped working.
Yeah, on the way to the show today. This is supposed, by the way, side note, just a little inside baseball for y'all. This is supposed to be a whole different show. I was not supposed to be getting interviewed. We were supposed to interview a photographer, a really talented photographer, but his work schedule would not permit. So the show must continue. So we are here doing this interview with me, getting asked questions about writers and comics, hopefully for y'all enjoyment.
I know it's gonna be for your enjoyment because the expertise is phenomenal. My style is outrageous. Yeah.
You sound like Mike Tyson.
Yeah. It's impenetrable. You know what I'm saying? My style is impenetrable. I eat as kids. You know?
Still cold. That's one of my favorite things in this whole world. That little freestyle is great.
Yeah, it was one of the coldest things to say about another grown man. And I was just like, eat his kids.
Yeah.
What are you doing? His family, kill his family. I'm like, why?
Yeah. And
Man,
then
this is boxing, bro.
and he's like, all praise due to Allah. And I was like, yo, oh my. Oh, Lord.
Don't bring God into this.
I don't know if that's
proving what you got going on.
I don't know if that's what he wanted to, what you want you to do. I don't think that's in the Quran.
I think you say whatever you want to say and just say no offense after.
Yeah.
I hate you. You smell terrible. You look ugly. I don't like your family. I don't like your style. I hate your haircut. No offense, though.
Yeah.
You still cool. No offense. We still good. Later. Don't worry about it. We still friends. Like, no, we not friends, bro.
No.
Like, if you feel that type of way, why are you even talking to me?
Yeah.
Don't talk to me.
There's so many people in this room that you can go talk to.
Yeah, no, I'm cool. Me and you. Tight. I feel like if you ever feel like you don't like nothing about a person, but you still friends with them, that means you just lonely.
Yeah, probably.
There's something wrong with you.
Or,
She ain't got no
or hear me out. You could have a really long work day.
10 hours?
Yeah. Right. And you just got to put up with it. Because there's be some cool people that you just really, actually, you really rock with. Then there's that one person that you just got to.
Yeah, I feel like
I ain't got nobody to talk to, so here we go.
there's people equate jobs where you have to be there all day to jail. Not necessarily prison, but definitely jail. Like, you just like,
You
I'm
get to
going to
go home.
be here all weekend.
But you get to go home.
Yeah. I'm going to be here 3 whole days straight. You know what I'm saying? Because I got this little DUI. I got to figure this out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just deal with country boy over there, and he eating Twinkies left and right, and he gonna come over here asking me for my extra soups. I'm not trying to give him no soups. It's whatever. I put $100 on my books before I got in here for these 3 days. I'm gonna eat Cheetos and mind my business. That's all I want to do. Buy some slippers, and that's it. Don't come over here and ask me for some soups. I don't want it. But I gotta get into my Just Alex rankings.
All right, here we go.
Okay. Top 3 authors of color.
Ooh. Wow. All right. Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Okay, that's quality.
Yeah. Coates might be the god, man.
I mean, I feel like he's captured what being black feels like on paper. Yeah,
he's really up there. Dwayne McDuffie.
Oh, yes, another classic.
Christopher Priest.
All right, so
they're all comic book writers. Separate. Well, actually, no. Ta-Nehisi Coates is a comic book writer too. So,
yeah, he is. Yeah, Black Panther.
Yeah. Captain America too.
I need to read that.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Is it Steve Rogers or is it Falcon?
It's Steve.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
They got a black guy to not write about a black character.
I know, right?
That's progress. We made it.
But I mean,
what?
So Christopher Priest, they want him to write some black character, and he was just like, "Nah, I'm good."
I know.
He was like Luke Cage or something. He's like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah, I don't need that. I don't need.
But he wrote Justice League though. Christopher Priest did recently.
Yeah, Dwayne McDuffie used to do Justice League too.
Yeah. I have a Dwayne McDuffie Superman issue.
Nice.
Yeah.
I feel like I also like Dwayne McDuffie a lot. I feel like he tried to figure out what made a character really tick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then incorporated into the action fray. So it was more like it almost felt like the quote unquote catalyst of the event.
Yeah.
Or like the stereotypical traditional version of conflict was just a background, and then he would just take you to that personal conflict or that internal group conflict. It's like his Justice League was always like, all right, we're gonna have a Nancy the Spider because I want somebody black.
Yeah.
and then he just like the whole like the team was minority team. It was fantastic. But the whole time they fighting this villain for like 3 issues, and it's almost like the villain was a second thought because the whole main storyline to me was them not knowing if they really respected Vixen as a leader or not yet.
Right.
And then having it, and then they're like, all right, well, it ain't because she black. What about you, Jon Stewart? You just be the leader of the Justice League. And he's just like, why y'all got to disrespect this a black woman? Y'all just let her do her thing.
Right.
Like, y'all let Black Canary be in charge all the time.
Right.
It's cool.
Right.
It's going to be all right.
Yeah.
Like, she been doing this long enough.
Right.
Decades under the belt. Let's pop it.
So, like, I have a whole thing about the Justice League because they don't ever want to, like, just let Superman or Batman be it, or even Wonder Woman.
I know why, though.
Why?
I know why. I know. All right. So
it's never them, though.
But it can't be.
Why not?
Okay. So Justice Society. It goes back to Justice Society, right? I'm a JSA fan.
Okay.
So when the JSA first came to be, the first super team, everybody, first collab super team, major crossover, it was just them trying to get any collaboration comic was literally them trying to take they lower selling comics and get them together. So like, all right, we can't really get everybody to get interested in these characters for the individual cover price, but would you pay that 10 cents to see all of them together?
Right.
And it's like, yes, I would, because I do like reading them, but I don't have 50 cents. I got 10 cents.
Right.
And so they didn't have that problem with Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman.
Right.
So in actuality, they weren't real members of the JSA.
Oh.
They only came around if they needed the JSA book to have a push in sales.
Got you.
And then they took them back out. It was just to hook everybody in, and they were actually not official members.
Like when they did with Spider-Man or Wolverine in the Avengers?
Basically.
Yeah.
Like, it's only because, hey, there's a movie out right now. We really needed that
Boost
push.
sales, yeah.
And, because the Avengers was started the same way. It's all everybody who wasn't selling was the Avengers.
Right.
And then they, like, brought back Captain America. I don't know. They're like, hey, let's bring back a character who we haven't had in 20 years.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Best thing they did, though.
It is. I mean, it's a great idea. And I feel like the fact that they chose Black Canary makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And it's always weird because these characters end up becoming the top tier.
Yeah.
And for those who aren't familiar with the history of the comics, they're like, oh, well, they're in this super team. Obviously they're the best. And like, why would they add this bum that I've never heard of? And I'm like, because the whole point of it was to add the bums no one had ever heard of.
Yeah.
The team has to rotate because they have other characters who you haven't read about, or you because you're a fair weather fan, you ain't read about 30 years ago. Right. Like somebody got to get you into this.
I mean, it's kind of like wrestling, right? In the same way, where you would bring in, say, for NWO, right? NWO start, boom. You know, we need like a new person, or that person we got like a young upstart. We'll give him a push. So we're gonna put him in NWO. Then he gets like he turns on NWO, they turn on him, and now he's a good guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
shout out to Sting.
Yeah, yeah. Or shoot, Randy Orton in Evolution, right? Yep. Randy joins Evolution, then he starts outshining Triple H. Triple H don't like that. Boom. Ready-made rivalry. Randy Orton's a star.
Triple H. I mean, he. I was never a fan of Triple H.
He is the best and the worst.
Yes. Yeah. Like, I need him there, but I'm never for me to like. Like, he is a great heel.
Yeah.
Because I always don't like seeing him there. Like, and but it's effective. If he could, I'm just like, get this guy out of here immediately.
Now, see, there's some weird racial stuff with Triple H that I don't like.
Talk about it.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't know.
You don't know?
I would like to know because I want to believe it.
So I don't remember the year, but he fought Booker T at WrestleMania. And the build up to that, he was literally calling Booker T his bag boy. You know what I'm saying? Talk about the man's dreads and stuff, right?
That's not okay.
It's not, right? But here's the crazy part. Normally in that type of situation where Triple H is being an outright racist heel, with Ric Flair in his corner, by the way, co-signing everything.
Yeah, he 100 years old though. Like, he remembers slavery, so.
Yeah, no, and Rick is Rick is a tough one, right? Because
Yeah.
Rick has also borrowed a lot of slang and culture.
Yeah,
And he's giving it back at the same time. I'm not saying Rick. It's been a weird mutual transaction there, right? But anyway, so Triple H, usually the villain loses, right?
Right.
He's outright, he's racist and all that type of stuff. Nope. B Booker T clean 1, 2, 3 in the ring. No
That's
outside
crazy.
interference. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That is disrespectful.
Right. He held down The Rock longer than The Rock should have been in terms of winning the title. Rock never got his big WrestleMania win because of Triple H. Should have won it at WrestleMania 2000. That whole story was building up to The Rock win. He got that Backlash, which is like the after WrestleMania pay-per-view, which nobody really cares about. And he had that help with Stone Cold. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Down, man.
Now, obviously, The Rock ain't hurting for nothing, but
No, but that's a strong point though, because I always did feel some type of way about Triple H, and I couldn't put my finger on it.
And I'm not saying he's racist.
No,
I'm
but
saying wrestling is racist.
wrestling is racist. Bobby Lashley. Everybody.
Yeah, he should have been champion.
Yeah, for
been.
a long time ago.
He was an Impact, but never in WWE.
He never got. They didn't even give him a full personality for like years.
Yeah, he just kind of got one now, kind of.
That's
Kinda.
crazy. He been wrestling for a decade.
I know.
Over a decade.
Yeah. Like I said, in Impact, he had one. You know what I mean?
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Shelton Benjamin.
Nope. But they're in the same group, ironically.
Stop it. Go
Yeah.
ahead. See, I ain't watched wrestling for a while.
Oh, yeah, the Hurt Business, MVP. He's back in WWE. He's supposed to be a producer, but COVID has changed everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, it's MVP, Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, and Cedric Alexander.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, crazy. He's a move called the lumbar check, right? Which is like, you remember the backstabber, Carlito?
Yeah.
Yeah, so instead of like him, you falling back on his knees, he picks you up and he jumps down and you like throws you on his knees.
Oh, see.
Yeah, and you pop up in the air. Because the backstabber was like your upper back. Nah, this is all lower back.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's hilarious. He popped this one dude up. He front flipped after he hit him with it. I was like,
All right. So here's the next question. So we know you want to write comic books, right? We're aware of that.
Yeah.
We know you're interested in writing blogs, which is coming, by the way, everybody. I'm trying to get Alex.
It's not because I don't want to
get motivated.
It's not even that. It's just I be tired from work, man.
Yo, forget that job, bro.
I wish I could.
Hey, look, January coming around, right?
Well, look, in January I'm moving, to a new situation.
I know, and I'm hoping, right, that a new climate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Give you some inspirational juices, moving to a major city. I'm not going to say it on the air if you're not comfortable saying it. I don't want everybody to know we live in that.
Is it major city? It's a city.
It is for this area.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's fair.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. It's on the map. I say that.
I mean, well, yeah, obviously.
It's on the map. Yeah. It's on the map.
Yeah.
Moving, well, because everybody that's been a guest so far from the show is from a small town.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah.
Yeah. Like everybody's from a small town, or something. Like even Michelle, like from a little place in Jamaica, and like a little place in Canada, and then like a little place here. Like she's not even. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's from a major city so far. I'm okay with that though.
Yeah.
I like being the small town podcast that tries real hard.
You
I
like
like
underdog feel. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we the little podcast that could. Everybody, we out here. We doing this thing.
I don't know, man. I got plans for the show though.
Brave Little Podcast. You know what I'm saying? Just like Brave Little Toaster. We out here. We gotta do that joint.
Where were you going with the question though, sir?
Oh, I forgot now. What did I ask?
You were lining up saying that I was trying to blog, and then you tried to...
Oh, yeah. All right. No, you want to write comic books. No, you work on the blog, right? I know, right? So I got somebody got to ring me in, bro. I'll be tripping. So it's something we haven't talked about, right? Scripts, right? Scripts and plots.
Yeah.
What would it look like if you wrote a wrestling script, man? Like what would that look like if you actually was mapping out the kayfabe yourself and like writing the plot lines and what was gonna happen next? Like, give me a just Alex WrestleMania. What's that look like?
Oh, all right. Well, I'm gonna give you a little stuff that's already in the works because it's from what I've read.
Right.
But I'll try to get my spin on it. Right now, they got Roman Reigns. Are you familiar with Roman Reigns?
I'm familiar with Roman Reigns.
All right, so he's a heel finally, right? So, and he's playing this tribal chief, which is like the head of the, the Samoan family, but like all of the Samoans in wrestling, right? You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Or at least the WWE, right? So that's the Usos, Nia Jax,
Which I just found out about everybody, and I'm the world's biggest fan now. So I'm getting.
That's hilarious. If you know what Nia Jax look like, and you know Herb, that is hilarious.
That's what it's all about.
But anyway, so he's the head of the table, right? So he just beat his cousin, Jay Uso, or Jay or Jimmy. They're twins. I might be butchering which one it was, but he beat him in submission to join the family. And so the other brother is like not talking to him. They excommunicated basically, right?
Ooh.
Yeah. So The Rock also related to him. You know what I mean? I got a feeling, and how they get there, I don't know yet. But I would have The Rock and Roman fight for the actual head of the table at WrestleMania.
That makes sense.
It does.
Rock is wrestling, like he's popular,
but
he's that popular character.
But also, this is a good send off for The Rock because he can literally pass the torch down to Roman and say, "You are the head of the table." Yeah, he will lose though, because why would you give it to The Rock? He doesn't need it. He doesn't need to be the head of the table. He's not there no more.
Right, he doesn't.
You know, what I mean?
I've from what I know of Roman Reigns, he has struggled to find his place.
Yeah, and he's cranked it up, bro. Like, there's good acting, there's drama. You know how he was making fun of Will for the crying?
Yeah.
Like, Roman did that in the match because he felt guilty, because he was beating the shit out of his cousin. He was like, I'm sorry. I'm trying to provide for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
It was like a hood movie.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And so,
I didn't mean to shoot you. You just wouldn't give up that money.
he was like boo-hooing, right? And that was all a lure to get the other brother in so he could put him in a submission hold.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Put him in the headlock. Yeah.
Yeah, that's some very heel stuff to do, bro. That's
right. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. And then there's on the other side on Raw, right, you got The Fiend. You know what I'm saying? He's like the Undertaker on steroids. And he never forgets. You know what I'm saying? He's this character who has like all the wrestling lore at his beck and call. You know what I'm saying? He had a match with John Cena this WrestleMania this year, where he ran down Cena's whole career, and where he should have turned heel, where he didn't turn heel, how he looked up to Hulk Hogan. And that basically it was very meta.
They get a character to break the fourth wall of wrestling.
I mean, it broke the fourth wall. Like, to the point.
Deadpool of wrestling.
Yeah, basically. You know what I'm saying? But twisted and dark. You know what I'm saying? And I think that he kind of, he can fix wrestling's great sins. You know what I'm saying? So I think I would have him fight The Undertaker and win. Because Bray Wyatt fought, because that's who it is. Bray Wyatt is The Fiend.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, so.
Let's just start off with that whole, like, voodoo bayou.
Yeah.
Bind, torture, kill family, redneck family thing.
Yeah. So I think that's the other main event, him and Undertaker, because he should have beat Undertaker. That should have been who Undertaker should have had his first loss to, not Brock. And I would do Brock and Bobby Lashley. And I wouldn't even build up to it. That's just the match.
Agreed. I don't think Undertaker should have lost to Brock Lesnar, and I do think Bobby Lashley should beat Brock Lesnar. I'm not a fan of Brock.
Yeah.
He's very dry to me.
Yeah. I would it'll never happen because HBK should be retired and should stay retired. But I would do AJ Styles and HBK. And I would just AJ Styles just talking mad shit to him to get him out of retirement.
Call him old.
Yeah, all the time. Just at his house. Come out, old man. I ain't going nowhere till you come out. Now it's Texas though, so he may not want to do that. HBK might come out with that fire. But
I need HBK to have an established canon kayfabe like girl.
Yeah.
Right? Just like somebody that's his woman, right?
Yeah.
And then AJ Styles.
Stella?
Yeah. He just out here like, sending a video to HBK talking smack.
Yeah.
And then he like look across the table. It's like having a steak dinner or something, like maybe like a candlelight dinner, and like you turn around and like it's her.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like somebody want to say hi to you. You know what I'm saying? Like she didn't know she like looking at her purse and stuff.
That's
right. Dirty. And then you see like she get a phone call. And she's like, "Hey, babe," you know what I'm saying? Like about to lie to him.
That's dirty.
And he just like, I gotta.
You don't really do a lot of like those goofy wrestling elements no more though. It's not really soap opera anymore.
I missed that.
Yeah.
That was my joint.
Like they had somebody got shot at a wedding on TNA or Impact Wrestling or whatever. And Tommy Dreamer, you remember Tommy Dreamer, right? Yeah. He was like, "Who shot him?" No, it was so cheesy. It was great.
You remember when they had Mark Henry with Fabulous Moolah and Mae Young for no reason.
Unfortunately, yes.
That was the and then
She gave birth to a hand.
Yeah, what was that?
She was
What?
old. I don't know why. It's disgusting. We don't have to talk about this. I don't even want to give it context. Just look it up. Mark Henry, Fabulous Moolah, hand birth.
No, that was Mae Young.
Mae Young, yeah, Mae Young.
But I'm still discouraged because like I appreciate when they bring old wrestlers back out for me because I have a huge nostalgia issue.
Yeah.
But don't do that to Mark Henry. Mark Henry could have been better. He was a Nation of Domination.
That's
Come
true.
on now. Let me give man some respect.
Let me give you one more match and then we can move on to something else. I want to do the women. Ronda Rousey versus a returning Becky Lynch.
I like Becky Lynch too.
I do. She's coming fresh off of being pregnant. And she got pregnant before Ronda when she was rubbing Ronda's face. Because that is why Ronda left first.
Yeah.
And Becky was like, you know what? I'm still better than you. I got pregnant first, too. I'm better mom than you, too. And I like Ronda. I like Ronda a lot more than I like Becky. But like, I just know that's what Becky's going to say to her. And that's how you start the fight. That's all you need.
I definitely think that was a good transition for her career.
Yeah.
Because that was another person that was just mad cocky.
Yeah.
Like,
but she didn't have the skill set all the way.
Apparently not. Like, we didn't realize she didn't until she lost. And I was like, oh, snap.
Oh, no, just because she was beating people who didn't have no type of ground game, I feel like. You know what I mean? They didn't have no type of judo thing. But, like, as soon as you stand up with her, she ain't had no hands. Holly Holm?
Yeah.
Holly Holm.
Yeah, she got kicked in the side of the head, like, hard.
Amanda Nunes, same thing.
And I think that's also part of the problem is she was so aggressive when striking. She had no defense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't no real
defense,
strike game.
And I watched her do judo before. Like, I watched her, you know what I'm saying, get her championships in judo.
Yeah, no, a beast at judo.
And it's because the only defense is a better offense in judo.
Yeah.
It's literally like, yo, who gonna throw who first? Like,
right. And her personality it makes sense for her to be like to fight the way she fights. You know what I mean? She's a very head first person. You know what I mean? Which is fine. I mean, that's her fighting.
Those angry eyebrows, the world's tiniest head.
That is yeah.
This is
Her whole face shrinks though when she gets upset. Like,
it's little. Get a little face. Yeah.
It's just,
she's a tiny person.
I would not want to like have no problems with her though.
No, she broke a dude's ribs. I'm not a grown man. She broke his ribs because he was saying that, you know, men can't fight her. And I was just like, all right,
nope.
You talking about a professional heavyweight and like a professional bantamweight? No, I don't. That's not gonna work out. That doesn't make any sense. No one like. It just doesn't. Like, I'm not putting heavyweights with featherweights in general, and even if it's just men. I'm not doing that. That's kind of foolish.
Yeah.
But an untrained man, fresh off the street, you know what I'm saying? He take a deep breath when he go up 2 flights of stairs.
Yeah.
He just ate a 7-Eleven hot dog.
Yeah.
And then a woman who's literally worked out every day to go fight people in an octagon.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna take the one who's been training it. I'm taking the one who can run 2 miles without getting out of breath. That's the one I'm taking. I'm not taking the dude who literally had a Slurpee and got brain freeze on the way to the interview and was like that's not happening, bro.
Like, like,
it's weak.
She got tape on her. She got tape on her feet and hands right now.
Yeah, like she
just came
lived
from
like
somewhere.
that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, she been in a bag like for 4 hours straight, like with no tiring, like home endurance.
Straps? What's this? The shoulder thing? She got those.
The collarbone joints?
They're sticking out her shirt. Like, you don't want no problem.
I don't even understand them. I don't even know what they do, bro. I know I've never needed one. That's how out of shape I am. I don't even need them. I don't even know what they do. You know what I'm saying? I think about that a lot too, man. So I haven't looked at the time. For those who don't know, Alex also is the timekeeper.
We got about 20-ish.
Okay, good. All right. So this is a thought I had the other day. I never done no FTWs on the show because it's never been an opportune moment. I want an FTW for the audience. FTW is for the win, right? You take 2 things and you go, if they had to throw hands, right, and you give a setting if possible, or conditions if need be, and then which one is coming out on top.
Oh,
I love
man.
FTWs.
Speaking of, like, side note, it's not coming out. And this episode is not going to premiere in the same week as this is coming out. But Gucci and Jeezy are doing the verses tonight.
Oh yeah, is that a night?
Yeah.
We mentioned it on the JB episode. We call light that episode. We mentioned that it was coming, and then the episode dropped the same week that the verses is coming out. For those who need a time set, but I didn't even know that. Apparently, Snoop Dogg and DMX did one.
Yeah, way back when.
I need to see that too. I heard
think it's
DMX had to
on-
pull out an inhaler.
Yeah, I think it's on YouTube.
I gotta watch
It's
that.
on YouTube. But yeah, I'm wide. No, this is appointment viewing, bro. I'm so hyped.
Appointment viewing.
I'm about to order me a pizza. I'm gonna sit and plug. I'm gonna watch it on the TV.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm hyped. I am hyped because man, look, Gucci shot somebody that Jeezy, was associated with. Man,
Yeah.
they had beef.
Yeah.
Somebody died. They gonna be in the same room. Gucci in shape. Jeezy don't even really rap no more.
No, I ain't heard Jeezy in a minute.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I thought it was going to end up being Gucci and T.I. And I remember I think that's what we speculated on the show.
Yeah, or Jeezy and T.I., something like that.
Yeah.
One of them.
And
Either
being
or.
way different. But
Yeah.
this is still pretty intense. I
Yeah.
think security going to be crazy.
This is the best possible option. I am hyped. And Gucci for the win, just in case you were going to ask me that.
Well, no, man, because Gucci for the win over here, too. They ain't even know nobody's rocking with Jeezy over Gucci unless you affiliated with Jeezy.
Yeah, well, that Snowman shirt is still dope, though. They selling them, apparently, too. It's like it's a fight, for real, for real.
Stop snitching. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about nostalgia, man. That take me back. You know what I'm saying? Going downtown Petersburg and you just buying clothes. Like, what brand is that? Like Top T. It's still Top T. I don't know how they got these graphics on them. Like somebody screen printed them and sold them in this store by this nice Korean lady.
Somebody made some money.
Yeah. That Marilyn Monroe shirts where she's wearing bandanas.
Yo,
across her face.
that era of stuff is the worst.
Yep. Airbrushed
Oscar the Grouch
SpongeBob with a fitted on and some sweatpants.
grills and shit. On his teeth. He had a teeth. But one of them, you diamond out. I hate people so much. So much. Y'all are the worst. I'm glad y'all made some money, though.
Yeah.
But y'all are the worst.
Keeps happening.
Do better.
Recently, Alex sent me a picture of the Power Rangers.
No, that's an official comic book cover.
Stop playing with me.
Yeah. Oh, so, all right. I don't know where this is from, but it's a Power Rangers cover, right? And it's like Mighty Morphin era Power Rangers, right? And the Black Ranger is decked out in military gear, and he got a tool on him.
Yeah, man, he's like a 50 cal for no reason.
Yeah, like,
in his hands.
I mean, I didn't know.
John Rambo.
I didn't know Power Rangers needed bullets.
Yeah,
They had,
yeah.
I was just like, yo, this is what we doing. So I put that in.
Reed ain't ready, bro.
Put that in the Central Media group chat just because I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Yeah,
Marcus tried to defend it the best he could, but
Queen Rita ain't strapped like that. You know what I'm saying? Lord Zed, he
ain't
ain't got
bulletproof.
no type of armor.
Yeah, he ain't bulletproof, bro. You talk all that shit you want.
Yeah, bro. Goldar might be the only one to survive because he got a vest on at all times. You know what I'm saying? He might make it three or four shots. That's it.
Yeah, no, he still
That's
shot
it,
his
it's a wrap.
face. Some John Wick stuff.
Yeah, you get your big toe exposed. That's the only thing I'm hitting. You know what I'm saying? John Wick got perfect aim without looking. It's ridiculous. He just sensed where the bullet gonna go. You talking about people with powers who ain't got powers?
Yeah. Oh,
That's a power without having a power.
John
bro.
Wick is like blessed, like somehow though,
Yeah,
because he fell off a building at one point.
it just kept going.
Yeah.
It's like 7 stories.
Yeah.
He's all right. He
He's
ain't
like-
limp or nothing, bro.
Yeah,
He's
like
good.
I don't. Oh yeah.
We got to talk about this. All right, so
You gonna play for the win first?
oh yeah,
We getting
yeah.
totally off track. We got time. Go ahead.
All right, for the win, right? So, Godzilla,
Okay.
Megazord with the Dragon Zord. Gotta have both because I feel like it would.
But does it have the chariot too?
Yeah, the little
Ooh,
Allosaurus joint.
Yeah.
It's got to, bro, because I think it would body the Dragon Zord individually because the Dragon Zord used to get bodied like hard.
Yeah.
Oh, let me explain which version of Godzilla, because the ultimate version of Godzilla, 100% body and all that without
Yeah.
failure.
He's bigger than them by like so much.
Yeah, because
You just stomp on him.
the ultimate version of Godzilla, it does like it builds stuff and then it weapons. Like it's too much. Like that is the most broken version of Godzilla.
Yeah.
Let's go with we can't go with Shin Godzilla either because that thing evolves every time it loses like Goku.
No. King of the Monsters is not great either because he literally was melting the ground at one point when he turned into Burning Godzilla.
That's an easy FTW. I went too easy with it. All right, we going another way. We answered our own question. We not even that. We skipping that altogether. Sorry, Ranger fans. Godzilla fans got that one for a wrap. I wish I'd worn my Godzilla socks today just so I could show them on camera and let y'all know what time it was. All right. So I had another thought. Right. We going something a little stranger.
All right.
Abraham Lincoln,
Okay.
or George Washington, not the real versions of them, but including all the fictional variations of George Washington and Abraham Lincoln as well.
Abraham Lincoln because he's a vampire slayer.
But George Washington ain't a vampire.
No, but he's no kung fu. That's what I'm saying. Also, Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. And I'm sure in most fictional versions he still freed the slaves.
For all the wrong reasons, everybody. But yes, technically.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I guess I got to give him credit. Just like you got to give LBJ credit for like giving us the right to vote, even though he put that stipulation on it that said they could take it away anytime they wanted to.
You know what? Side note. I got not lectured, but I got lectured online by people saying that we should vote for our skin color and stuff. And that's cool. But I'm just saying, this is why I'm picking now. I'm doing this almost as mocking them.
Yo.
Because that bothers me.
That is bothersome.
Yeah. You know, I mean, obviously this is not this ain't the format or the platform per se. And we didn't have a great choice in this election or whatever. No, but I'm just saying. Don't be trying to tell me what I should do with my vote. I don't like that.
Yeah. Also, the issue I have with that is there's still a disagreement about what voting for your skin color looks like.
Exactly.
Because I go, I mean, they both bad for you, for real. But at the same time,
but our lifestyles could be completely different just because we black or colored, or people of color.
And I'm so tired of Republicans saying Abraham Lincoln was a Republican, and I go, what is your point, bro? That was how many hundreds of years? Like
it was also a financial choice, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I say he did it for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, I'm so tired of people trying to convince me, like, hey, you should let me tax the poor because Abraham Lincoln freed you. And I'm just like, what? Get out of here. I'm not doing that. Taxing me because I got, an ancestor who got freed by one of your folk.
No.
Get out of my face, man.
I don't know, though. I take that back. George Washington, though, do be chopping trees, so he probably strong as hell.
Son, all right. So, yes, Abraham Lincoln vampire slayer, right?
Yeah.
And yes, he was also a wood chopping guy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right? However, Abraham Lincoln had a heart issue. He was super tall, so he got some reach, right?
Yeah.
George Washington was tall for his time. Abraham Lincoln was tall for everyone's time. Yeah. Like, so George Washington was like 6'2" or something.
Yeah.
But Abraham Lincoln was like 6'5", 6'6", something.
Hit that man
something
with a big boot.
Yeah.
That jackknife power bomb from Kevin Nash.
But George Washington, he had the military expertise.
True.
And I'm thinking of, all right, so I know you've seen them shirts, and it's like socks, and there's images of like presidents. It's like we call it America wear, where it's just like presidents, but they got like AKs and they riding like bears and stuff.
Yeah.
Them joints, like the Abraham Lincoln, George Washington joints, are serious because it's like they on the back of bears and riding eagles, and they look like they bench press 480. You know what I'm saying? They got an 8-pack for no reason.
Yeah.
They got bullets somehow. You know what I'm saying? Just whole machine guns. And I was just like, I don't understand how you got a machine gun in the 1700s, but you do you.
Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying?
America,
yeah. You can find a way.
Yep.
I need to. I always thought about where it starts from. They say our cockiness again, like where America got its cockiness from.
Yeah.
Like this quote unquote what they call patriotism.
Yeah.
But it's literally like, hey, better us, worse you. What it is. How many first world countries are there? Us. Second world countries, whoever our allies are. Third world countries, anybody we won't like. Like that's America, right? It's crazy. It's like we'll grow up and talk about third world countries all day long, right? And then they'll be like all of Africa, third world country. And it's like, that's a continent. Yeah. That's America, bro. It don't even make sense.
It don't. They got more money than some of them countries over there. It's okay.
Yo, like y'all,
Akon about to build a whole city, bro.
Y'all talk about Legos, and then when they talk about Legos in American movies,
Yeah.
it looked like a dirt pile with the yellow saturation, and the roads always mad dusty, and they got that one green bus with no windows and doors. And then if you actually look at real pictures of Legos, like go on Google Maps right now, and it's just like mad skyscrapers and fancy lights and people driving really nice cars. It's like it's weird. It's weird there. They got money.
But here's my thing though. We have two things. One, movies have to unfortunately like appeal to the lowest common denominator. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm just gonna say uneducated people of all like races and stuff. So they don't when they hear Africa, that's what they hear. You know what I mean?
They see the crying kids on the starving kids on.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Lord, Sarah McLachlan.
Because it's black people that think that's what Africa is too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
you know what I mean. So that's not a one race thing. That's an uneducated thing.
Yeah, like they got Jordans over there too, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Get Jordans wherever.
Yeah,
like they're international.
They got cars, dope dog. Like Mercedes are cheap over there.
Yeah.
Like, everybody got one. Not everybody, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. You just get it.
Yeah, it's like a Ford over here.
Yeah, if you don't get a car, you just get a Mercedes.
Yeah,
and
we just treat it like it's some magical thing. Like no,
it's like you go to Europe and then like you just have a BMW over there.
Yeah.
They don't even consider it a fancy thing. They're like, what are you doing?
That's their cars.
Yeah. They, you know what I'm saying? If they get a Ford over there, people laugh at it. What is that? Why would you get that?
It's so loud. Why is it so loud?
Where are you gonna go in it? Where are you gonna park? It's so huge.
Yeah.
That's
it can't be good for the environment.
American patriotism is absurd, but I found out that the reason we're so ridiculous is because Great Britain was that ridiculous.
Yeah.
I like the more and more I look into the British media in general and stuff like this, the vibe is there. Brexit proved it even more so, but the vibe is so there. It's like we're talking about like what other country wears their flag on everything? And I go, you know what? Y'all asked that question.
The Union Jack be out there though.
It be out there. And then I'll listen to like British YouTubers and stuff, and they're like, we don't put the American flag on everything like you guys do. I'm gonna go, first off, you can drive down a whole city block without seeing the American flag. It's possible, just like I'm sure it is in Great Britain. I say the difference is when we portray ourselves, right, there's always this goofy flag everywhere type mentality because some other country decided that that's what we look like.
Yeah.
And I'm like, y'all look like that to us.
Yeah.
The Union Jack be on everywhere. We just see a giant clock with a giant flag all over the place.
Let's not even talk about teeth.
Oh, yeah. This is the craziest stereotype. Yeah. And then, like, it's because they got antidepressants in their water, no fluoride, and they got the craziest candy. Like, our candy's got more sugar. And I'm like, but you ain't got no dentist. So, I mean, what you talking about, bro? Like, who's that benefiting? Us or y'all? Like, I don't understand. Like, who you mad at right now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He probably just alienated all of our European listeners.
We got a German listener now.
Do we?
Yep, I saw. So they're Ireland, Russian, German. I noticed I ain't saying about them countries. Great Britain, I do. Like, I'm an Anglophile.
Trying to get some actual Belgian waffles from somebody.
You remember Kookaburra? Kookaburra was Belgium.
Really?
Yeah, he's Belgian.
Oh.
Yeah, and I always ask him. I was just like, hey, so look, you probably hear this all the time. But do y'all really eat waffles like that?
I mean,
and he was just like, I wasn't a big breakfast guy, and I was just like,
that's disappointing.
Yeah. And so the whole time I'm sitting there looking at him like, so what you saying is, it's a stereotype that you refuse to let be true, because I guarantee that boy was eating breakfast all the time, loving his waffles, but then the moment he came to America, and it was like, hey, look, that guy eats waffles. He was like, I've never had a waffle in my life.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I don't want to get
fried chicken. It's delicious. Y'all gonna see it be the first thing I order? No, even though I want it.
You not give people the satisfaction?
Yep. Nope. Not gonna do it. I literally look at the ratio of how many people of color are in an establishment before I order fried chicken.
Oh yeah, no, I just don't react. When people try to make jokes, I just don't react.
Oh, that bruh. I went to a restaurant that's no longer open. The cafe, Yankee Coffee, Yankee Cafe, whatever. It's not a thing anymore. It's saying they're like Good Vibes in Petersburg now. So I was there back in college. I'm there. with a white girl. We weren't dating or nothing.
Okay.
Right? She was just a friend of mine, and she also happened to be a lesbian.
Okay.
Now, it's important because she would not stop talking about her girlfriend out loud, because we were talking about her girlfriend before we went inside. She was telling me a story about her.
Yeah.
And it made the rest of the restaurant really uncomfortable. Did not make me uncomfortable. I was enjoying the conversation. The rest of the restaurant, extremely uncomfortable. So I walk in, as soon as she comes through the door, right, and she got, lifted truck and everything. Like, it's just, she's a country girl, right? So this type of place she frequents. I'd never been there.
Yeah.
I didn't know I'd never been there until I got in there. And then I realized why I'd never been in there.
Right.
So I was the only face of color. I was just like, oh, okay. Well, it shouldn't have to be awkward unless they make it awkward. But then they did this thing where every single person in the establishment immediately looked at the door when I came through,
right,
and stopped eating.
Oh,
stopped talking.
That thing.
They you could hear silverware clanging.
Yeah.
And I was just like, so the whole place had to stop.
Yeah.
The whole place had to stop because I walked in here. Y'all ain't had no personal conversations. Y'all ain't finished wanting to chew or nothing.
Yeah.
You done drinking water. Everybody just straight now, right?
Yeah.
And so I ain't saying nothing. I was just like, ooh. And it was like, we'll see if we have a seat available. That's what she said. And I could see seats available.
Yeah.
Right? And so a girl I'm with, she was just like, oh, no, we'll just sit right here. And it was like right up front by the window. And I was just like, oh, I don't know. That's a good idea. Maybe we could do that. I think they want me to sit back there in the trash can in the bathroom. It's like in the back where it's dark. I think that's where they want me to sit, right?
Right.
And then, and lady, like, you see the waitress started to walk that direction,
yeah,
to the table in the back with no light next to the bathroom and trash can, right? She tried to walk back, and she's like, no, we just go sit right here. We'll take it right here. And I was just like, no. So we're sitting there, and the whole time I'm nervous, right? And I make sure my back is to the wall so I can see literally the whole establishment while I'm eating. And I'm barely focusing on what she's talking about because I'm watching everybody see if somebody gonna bust a move, because everybody in here like 70, right? So like I'm like, I say, yo, which one of these senior citizens gonna get with it? And so the whole time, and the lady just come up to me, and I ordered like pancakes, right?
Yeah.
And the lady was like, all right, here's your hot sauce. And I was just like, what? Why would I eat hot sauce on pancakes, lady? She didn't even ask if I wanted. She just brought me the hot sauce before I got my food. And I was like, did she forget I got pancakes?
I mean, maybe.
Maybe she forgot I got pancakes. And
Possibly.
then the pancakes came,
yeah,
right? And then I said, hey, can I get some syrup? She was like, no hot sauce? I was just like, what? What's happening?
Why would you?
It's like, did you have a stereotype in your mind that like we eat hot sauce on everything?
Maybe the one black person that came there before you.
Hot sauce on the pancakes?
Maybe.
No, that's absurd. I refuse to believe that happened. And so I'm sitting there, and like it only got more and more awkward because, like I said, she started being like getting really into her conversation.
Yeah.
And like as the hyper she got, and the more she starts talking about like things that are a little touchy and personal to talk about in a public space anyway.
Yeah.
Which are like sexual relations that one would have with their significant other.
Right.
No matter who you are or what you're into, that is a touchy subject to have loudly in an eating establishment.
Yeah.
So you really got to be in a place where the vibe is, hey, you could talk about that type of stuff here. So that establishment, not the vibe.
Yeah.
Was not the vibe. And you can audibly hear somebody stop eating, go, oh, good God. Like, and I was just like, I'm about to get lynched today. This is when it's finally going to happen for me. I always wondered when it was going to happen, and now I got my answer. I was hoping it would be never.
Yeah.
But, college, I made it. I made it this far, I guess, And so, now the worst part is, I forgot my wallet.
Oh, no. How did you?
But here's it. I knew where I left it.
Yeah.
And so I knew where I left my wallet, and I knew where she could pick it up for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I sat there in the restaurant because I didn't drive. She drove there.
Yeah.
Right? So she could drive to go get my wallet for me and bring it back. so that I could pay for the meal. Because I was not trying to make her pay for both our meals.
Understandable.
Right?
Even though, I ain't gonna lie, in that hostile environment, I would have just paid her back.
Yo, and like, bro, when I tell you, I said I don't need the extra racist points of, like, and he's making her pay. Like, I didn't need that.
I hear you.
Right? So I'm just sitting there, just, eyes.
Or make it look like you paying for it, but she just slides you the card or whatever under the table.
That would have been all right.
Yeah. You just give it back to him, like, I'll pay you when we leave.
Yeah,
I just want to go.
I saw some other people of color come in.
Yeah.
Some older people of color.
Yeah.
And so the woman stood outside,
mm-hmm.
and the man came in,
mm-hmm.
and he went straight to the back by the trash cans in the bathrooms.
Yeah. Picked
up some food, and then walked back out.
Oh.
So it won't even like you could sit and eat in here with us. So like it reminded me of like used to be for diners. Like you come in through the back, grab your food and dip. You ain't sitting around. So they still had that old 50s diner segregation feel. It was still Jim Crow in there.
Yeah.
And it's the worst part is I'm watching this brother who's older just like the rest of these people. I'm like, he's still living by these Jim Crow laws. Like he's just dealt with it because he wanted this food that bad. Yeah. And so I think to myself, I go, sir, you could go literally anywhere else in the city and be 100% welcome. They'll kiss you on the cheek and give you free stuff for surviving this.
Yeah.
I said, but he keeps coming there. And I thought about it more and more and go, he's probably doing it out of principle at this point.
Yeah.
Well, like I fought for my right to walk into this place. I'm going to keep walking into this place until there ain't no more place. Yeah. Right? Like you're not going to tell me, you're not going to scare me away from this establishment. Yeah. And so I'm watching him and he sees me and she's back. She comes back, right? She drops the wallet off with me, and the brother is walking back out to leave. Mm. He sees me. He sees her. He sees me sitting down. Yeah. Because he didn't see me when he walked in because I was, like, right next to the door. Yeah. And I'm just sitting there. Yeah. And he see me. You know. and he walked out. And I said, yeah. And for those who don't get the YouTube and just listen to the audio, it was Black Power fist while holding bag of food, and the strong faced it. You know what I'm saying? That I didn't civil rights sit-ins and fire hoses and dogs on my neck. No. That face, y'all know that face.
That face, yes, but your face of astonishment and like confusion and also terrified fear. Just
I don't know what I'm doing here, bro. And then it gave me the power. It gave me the power to. Well, I didn't say nothing about my conditions. I was not about to be like, y'all racist. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. But what I did do was I finished my meal. I paid for it. I made sure I walked all the way to the back to pay at the register. Yeah. Right. And then before I left, I turned back around and I bowed. Then I threw my hands up. I hit one of them, threw my hands up, walked out the spot, right? Never went back. It's not an establishment anymore. Well, and boom, we there. But I survived, everybody. God bless.
Yeah, we got a show.
We ready to wrap it up?
We are, sir.
All right. Everybody, my name is Edinburgh Tabasco Segundo. They call me Herb. Across from me.
Just Alex. This is still the weirdest episode we've done.
It is. This has been the Herbsurdity Podcast with Alex and Herb featuring Just Alex. Good willing and God bless.
Like you just gon' get away with it. Try that shit now, you can hunt like a nigga. Fucked up and drug through the mud like a nigga. Ain't got any friends, all I got is my brothers. My 40 still on me, you die if you touch it. Can't go but my lonely, they know that I love them. We fussin', we fight afterwards, go discuss it. I'm slamming the blocks like Tetris. Loading the truck UPSS. Black and yellow VVS's. My chain name Jerome Bed. It's talking sand. I am the man, I go super sand when I'm on the beat. Piles of sand, buckets and pans. I get to the bands when I'm in the streets. With hands on feet, unique. My stick, a new technique. Don't fuck with internet beef. Bitches me, and I beef.